again, they have the Warlock and the Mage. Those are unique to them, but they're both playing the Rogue and the Highlander Hunter. Could we possibly see a mirror here to start?
Yeah, if it's gonna be on my case, I think it's gonna be a rogue mirror in the get-go because again, these are mostly some of the decks.
Lots of fun
Yeah.
stuff
So
happening in the tavern
yeah,
tonight.
so
Chicken
right now
Dale?
we are witnessing. So that's a rogue and a Highlander hunter. Interesting pick
Mm-hmm.
from MadDoom.
Yeah, you're half correct. So
Yeah.
that's Enli playing his secret slash Galakron Rogue in MadDoom with his take on Highlander Hunter. And yeah, this is going to be the wipe on the Hanar. Great job here for MadDoom. Again, such a threat is Hanar, especially if he's able. Is it a he? Yeah, I think it's a he. He's able to make more than
Yeah.
one secret. So at least just got one off here and no longer gonna be a menace. But I'm pretty sure Enli had a reason why he played the Hanar so early. Really could have
Oh
been a
yeah,
threat that forces MadDoom to move.
exactly. I mean, that's what Ellie's hoping for because if you're able to play your Hanar and combo it with a secret the first time and it lives for a turn or two, that is going to be very problematic for Mad Doom because that would be additional card generation for Enli. And the good thing
Mhm.
about what Mad Doom did is he was able to clear it out and have a actually big board, not necessarily a big board, but he's ahead on board in terms of this card right here. And again, I can't stress enough how much I love this card. The Bone Chewer card, a Bone Chewer brawler.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The brawler here is great, but again, most likely it's gonna go down because of this trap right here. Explosive trap. It's not as good, but at least saved him some damage to the face.
Definitely, definitely. And I mean, it's also a good thing that that was used to trade to Hanar because again, if that gets damaged little by little, just one damage at a time, that is going to be a monster. I mean, that can end games pretty quickly.
And now, oh no, he totally missed the ball on that companion. Liok. Again, we keep
Right.
saying that Liok is possibly your last priority, but when Liok works well.
Oh yeah, especially if he is able to stick more minions on the board, that is going to be pretty awesome. But yeah, Enli just chooses to dagger up and pass and play a secret. So,
All
oh
right, so
wow, and
we
the
see
set will
that.
begin.
Yeah, we see that the secrets are rogue secrets, and they don't trigger as often as, let's say, a hunter secret or even a mage secret. So those are very specific triggers. So I'm guessing this one is the one that triggers off of a spell.
Exactly,
Yep.
for more draws. And this is actually the reason why I actually prefer the stealth variant rather than including the secret package because if you ideally for in matches like this you would want to prioritize playing minions over spells or secrets for that matter. I mean, and the thing about this is with an instance like the instance that happened earlier, Shadow Jeweler Hanar is really effective if you're able to play it early on. But then again, if it gets answered, chances are your two other secrets, Ambush and Dirty Tricks, it's not going to be that effective anymore because your opponents would know how to play around it.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to the read at some point, and I guess that's one of the strengths of Shadow Jeweler Hanar. And I confirmed he is a he, alright? Lore describes him as a he. And yeah, if you play Hanar and you're able to get 2 or 3 secrets off, then again, that means your opponent is already in a deep hole because they couldn't deal with the Hanar. And 2, you have this variety. Your opponent's moves are almost always like you're almost playing on their turn because you're getting value, you're getting effects while they're the ones playing cards. Now, Enli here sitting at 23 life with a secret on, facing down a 5/5 and a 1/1. Looking at his list, he's pretty short on cards. Like, I do think this is a low when it comes to the kind of deck he's bringing. 5 cards.
Exactly. And
Feels low to me.
MadDoom was able. Exactly, MadDoom is able to play around the secrets very well, and this is and when you actually use a secret variant, you are more spell heavy rather than minions. And right now, what Enli needs to do is to ensure that he has enough minions to contest, or he has enough minions on the board. And this is again going to be rather tricky because the strength of the Highlander Hunter is if it curves out well and puts out enough minions and pressure on board, it's going to be very, very, very threatening. And Enli emoted well played because he's expecting a Dino Tamer brand on turn 7, which
Mhm.
unfortunately MadDoom doesn't have it. But
It's just
again,
not there.
yeah, it's not there. uh, but he has a lot of options here. He
Yep.
can choose to play, Transfer Student is one, but he also,
Ooh,
Twilight
hold
Drake
on.
or the
Next
Tyrant.
turn, the
Yeah.
Tyrant would be great. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
here, I guess,
exactly.
you can just keep the breath. Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Why?
He just wants to make sure that he has enough pressure on board
He
because
wants to
again,
keep the pressure. I see.
because
wants the
that's
big body.
what exactly. Enli has only
Give me a
4,
quest.
5 cards now in play, and
Yep.
he's staring down at 13 damage on board without the hero power,
And he can't get rid of it.
That
He can't get rid of it. He has to punch the big old whelp with his face.
exactly.
Unless he
So this is-
pulled a kobold lackey, which is something. It's a whole story entirely.
Yeah, exactly. Or it could be and he's not. I forgot. This is not even a Highlander deck for Rogue. So, no. I mean, Zephyrus will not be able to bail him out. But let's see. It's not over yet till it's over. I mean, we've seen. I mean, especially involving Enli, we've seen crazier things happen. But we'll see. But at this point, this is very tricky. And I could honestly say that the MadDoom is ahead here. Looking at those high impact cards, turn 8 and turn 10. Jesus.
Yeah, we very rarely get to that point anymore. And again, that is a sign of a healthy meta. It means that the cards in the pool and the way that they interact with each other lead up to a plausible end game. They all add up, like the numbers add up, and I guess that's why they're trying. That's why they meaning Blizzard, attack. They nerf the Demon Hunter so much is because those numbers might not have added up. Those numbers might have not interacted well. And now down comes the Tyrant, a 4/10, and still Enli is holding on with 4 cards, and MadDoom is just waiting. He has answers upon answers. He got Siamat, he's got Zixor, he's got the breath. He's still holding on to the breath, but he's out of dragons.
Yeah. But nevertheless, he is in command here. Especially with Enli just drawing 2 cards from Galakron. So,
Oops. And he says, oops. And he's not happy with the 2 cards he drawn. Despite them costing 1, he can cast one of them, but not happy. Let's see what it is.
I think that's a backstab then as well. Oh, it's a flick!
I mean, okay. Better than nothing.
Alright.
A 4/4 decent body with an auto, with a 1-click kill. Gonna go for the rush, divine spirit, divine shield here, divine shield here, and still has another money button. He has another money. He has more mana button. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing about that, while Enli was able to clear that, take note that he will be having a hard time clearing or King Crush from Dino Tamer brand if in case it goes down. So, I mean, I think Enli really needs, at this point, he really needs to find, it's either he build this board or find some taunts because he is well within range.
Yeah, so he needs here. And again, the Grand Slam. The Grand Slam is already a finisher in its own way. I mean, it drops in. There's a burst of the. Oh, here we go. This started a little late, but nonetheless, he's here. All right.
Well, yeah. I mean, he
There
is
you
still
go. The grand
fashionably late,
slam.
but oh yeah.
Ow!
I mean,
Ow!
this is just insane.
Ow! There you go. I'm glad that it hit the Lackey because that's going to at least clear up any potential for a free tog waggle. I was saying, the
Yeah.
Grand Slam is an amazing card. Again, there's some damage built in, and then it's board presence. It's everything you need. Well, it does cost all the mana.
Right. But that is just insane. That's a very good finisher. Imagine dropping that on a clean board. That's 12 damage to the face.
Well, to the face. And again, this is again a characteristic of a lot of the successful decks today. The burst, it's just there. You're able to call it almost on demand.
Exactly. And MadDoom was able to I think in terms of how MadDoom navigated the deck in this game, it's just marvelous because he was able to carefully stagger enough threats just for him to not overcommit, and while making sure that he's putting Enli on the defensive here, which is really awesome. I'm actually wondering if there's any card that, oh wow, that is going to be explosive.
Yeah. So there's the Togwaggle. He's able to get back on his feet, so to say, with that, but it might be too little too late. Here's Kronks looking for a good disaster.
Right.
Sorry,
And I
devastation.
think it's gonna But yeah. All right. I'm actually thinking whether there's a card that can be used, a one-cost card that can be used to extend the damage of Dino Tamer brand or King Crush with Zephyrus. Because I know Wind Fury is 2 to cast, right? So
Right, like the Shaman spell, Wind Fury, yeah. 16.
yeah. So
Yeah, that was a
16 support.
possibility, you're right. He missed out on that, but at least he's still threatening it. And no, despite being a huge threat now, I'm wondering if Enli here has a Lackey to trigger Ogwaggle again. But I think his main priority here would be to clear the board once more. Sitting at 9 against, again, any class today is still very scary. We used to be afraid of this only from either Warrior or Rogue. Now it's any class. Any
Right.
class is capable.
Yeah, I mean, every class right
Give
now
me a
has the
quest.
potential to just burst you out of your life total. But again, I mean, we're looking at the king here. I mean, if there's any class that can put out enormous damage, it's gonna be the hunter, regardless of what variant it is. In this particular case, the king is in the building, King Crush right there. But yeah. It's still not quite lethal, but I mean, Enli is at 9 health. It's really low. But let's see again. The Rogue's strength is its comeback mechanic. I mean, they have some pretty swingy turns, but wow, that is just game right there with Zephyrus. Oh
Yeah.
wow,
That's it, Kane. Let's go,
Yeah.
Kane.
yeah,
3, 4,
that is
5,
just
6,
game.
7, 8, 9. That's perfectly Kane. You can Kane and button.
Yeah, that is just game. He also has.
Yeah,
He
MadDoom's
can
thinking
also
about it.
leverage the. He can also leverage the. Right, bloodlust. I think.
There
that's
you go.
game.
It could also be
Artist.
Bloodlust.
Yeah.
There you go. Either way. We were looking for a specific answer. It came out nonetheless. Enli going down here. Game number 1 goes to MadDoom. And it took a while. I could have sworn that Enli might have had a grip on game number 1, getting back from possibly 2 or 3 turns wherein he went oops. And again, that was very
Yeah.
evident. But nonetheless, Arson, now that this is the Highlander Hunter done with for MadDoom, where do you think he's going to go from here? Mage or his secret? No, not his secret. His Galakron Rogue next.
I think for me, looking at possible matchups, um, he can actually go for. I mean, it's fine if you get a win for your Highlander mage, but because I think that is the deck that you are the weaker one for me. So I guess he
Mm-hmm.
could like try to get a win for the Highlander mage, because there is a very big possibility that Enli switches and gets into a Highlander hunter himself. Um,
Yeah,
so again, that's what I'm looking at. At least
yeah. And
MadDoom can feel. Yeah, MadDoom can
Highlander
test the
Hunter,
waters. Mhm.
yeah. Highlander Hunter versus Highlander Mage. I mean, the numbers. This is what the numbers say, all right. But I don't know how they play this out. It is so favored for the Hunter, almost 30-70. That's what it says. 30-70. Odds are bad against the Mage. So you're right. Possibly he might not try to sneak the win here just yet. He might leave it as last. That's scary to think, though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but again, I'm pretty sure Mad Doom has his reasons of bringing Highlander Mage, even with the odds stack against him, because I'm pretty sure they did a lot of play tests here, and
Hmm.
he felt comfortable that Highlander Mage will put him over the top. Because I mean,
Yeah.
we've actually seen some matches with Highlander Mage getting very high rolly, if you will. It's
Hmm.
just that it's not really as consistent as the
Hmm.
other Highlander decks.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's
But
it's
again, the
favored
important thing.
against Yeah, it's favored against Galakron Rogue. It's favored
Mhm,
against Tempo Demon Hunter, and it's also favored against Galakron Priest. So I think Mad Doom here, he just did the numbers in his head. And again, the fact that Galakron Priest was not touched, I do believe that nothing in the nerfs from 17.6 touched anything in Priest. So I think
mhm.
he thought, hey, people are gonna bring the Kryptonite. It's a 4 deck
Yeah.
format. Possibly
Mhm.
Highlander Mage might be, the dark horse that people are looking out for. So
Right.
again, we're not sure if it's going to pay off just yet because here in this matchup, he now is at a crossroads. He's now considering, is it time for me to be sneaky? Is it time for me to force this out? And even
Yeah.
then, again, you brought this up earlier. Clunky. Clunky is one word to describe most
Yeah.
Highlander lists, but even more so, mage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, while the nerfs did slow down a couple of the best meta decks, they're still pretty fast. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, as you've seen earlier, we've seen Demon Hunters putting out enormous amount of damage at turn 4. It's just crazy, even with the nerfs. It's it's just unpredictable. But then again, who knows? Again, anything can happen here, especially with Highlander Mage. It is when you want to do casinos or whatnot, like random mage or
Mm-hmm.
casino mage, this is the
Yeah.
class to go with. So we'll see what would happen. But again, for me,
Yeah.
I'd probably try to sneak in a win, because I already got one win. So the pressure is not really on me
Mm-hmm.
in terms of using this. If I can
Yeah.
get a win from a mage, it's definitely easier for me to get a win out of my rogue. That's my
Yeah.
thought
Because
process.
because Rogue is overperforming today. Again, an
Yeah.
amazing list from most of our competitors here, the top 8. And here we see Enli a little bold playing the secret variant, but nonetheless, here we go. It's time for game number 2. Mad Doom. He is going
All
to
right.
he's gonna play that way, Arson. He is going to say, fine, Mage is gonna be my last list. And Enli, he
Yeah.
plays a different game here. He's changing up his pace too. A little switcheroo.
Quest
He
lock.
goes for his
Yeah.
Quest Warlock.
All right. I agree. Like again, I think Enli felt that the Galacron Rogue earlier was did underperform immensely. So I think with the quest lock, he just wants to make sure that he gets one win, because this lock right here is definitely strong, with some immense burst damage and top notch healing. It's just again a part of the mental game when you're in a tournament is you just want to get on board. I mean, you wouldn't want to crawl out of a hole that you dug being 2-0. So I think in this case, Enli feels that he is in a very good spot, because Warlock indeed is a very strong deck.
Coming down to it, we have another favorite here again. The face down card, ladies and gentlemen, most likely is the Aranasi Broodmother. So do bear with us. Hopefully nothing too game-breaking happens during this game. But nonetheless, back to the question. I like that he has a plot twist here. I was gonna ask you, um, Warlock here, Quest Warlock. Why do you think this is the deck that survived? And, well, no, I'm sorry. Quest Warlock. Yeah, why do you think this is the deck that survived and not Druid? Was Druid's nerf on the fungal fungal?
Yeah. The fungal. The fungal promise, is that it? Yeah. Wait. Anyway, the
Fungal Fortunes.
Druid
Fungal
card.
Fortunes. Was it enough really to kill it?
I think what drove that over the top, why people they think. I mean, as we all know, Druid is just that's the ultimate high rolling deck. When it's online, it's online. But the problem there is the early start or the early game of Druids are just shaky. It's just really clunky. Now, the fact that the Fungal Fortunes got nerfed and that casting cost, that was really huge because it competes with a lot of 3 drops from turn 3 plays from Druids. So again, if you're not able, you're practically not doing anything for the first 2 turns. And that would be very, very scary because again, on the 3rd turn, will you be clearing a minion with the usage of bog beams or whatnot? Or will you be drawing cards for you to set up? So again, the first 2 turns, it's going to be very, very hard for Druids, and I think that's what drove them away. I mean,
and
I think the players just felt that,
the reason why I felt that comparison was somewhat valid is because in our group stage, even in the qualifiers, it seemed like Quest Warlock was the one that was up and coming. It was the deck that, most people didn't play just yet. It wasn't a singleton, but, maybe 2 or 3 players were bringing it. And now, it seems like Druid just died. And I'm not sure really if Fungal Fruition is the one to blame. But nonetheless, here we go back into the action. Again, we've seen this matchup earlier today, so the early game can really only spell out so much. And so far, this is a very tame matchup. Like, as it is, it's very clear that neither of them want to invest so much going to beatdown.
Yeah, I agree. But the thing about this is, Warlocks, the in terms of a Quest Warlock, the longer the game goes, the stronger they get. Because if they complete that plot twist, if they get to complete their card or their quest, there would be immense value of drawing 0 cost Malygos, Dragon Queen, Alexstrasza, the ordinary one, and those are going to be very, very swingy. So I mean, again, while I appreciate MadDoom just saving some of his cards, I think he needs to put in some pressure right now because we are at turn 7, and if Enli is not spending his cards, his board clears or whatnot, it's actually gonna work for his end. It's gonna be very favorable to him.
Now comes the Nether Wing, and MadDoom able to sneak out this Aguago, sitting at 27 health. His hand is just stacked. And is that that is a Galakron. So plus Kronks. So I'm really liking MadDoom's chances here. Again, still ringing true what you said about Warlock having their supreme archaeology. Once it goes online, again, they just have so many tools. But
exactly.
I'm kind of feeling like MadDoom might just swing here. He has to pick up at some point, but I'm not sure if there are enough invocations on Galakron to really make that happen.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the MadDoom's hand is the potential is just really, really big. I mean, he has the nuts right now. He has Kronks in hand. He has Galakron. And he was able to complete, of course, Dog Waggle. I mean, he has the one response. So I mean, it's as swingy as it gets. But then again,
Give me a quest.
Enli wasn't. I mean, Enli still has a couple of aces as well up his sleeve because you know, just I think next turn he's going to complete the quest, and that is going to be a pretty big thing considering that Enli was able to complete the quest as early as turn 8.
A cruel fate awaits you in the
And
ashes.
now he's just stacking up once more, just making sure that his board presence is felt. Popping out a 6/6 questing adventure. We've seen him bigger. Don't get me wrong, we've seen him bigger. But again, what he's doing is he's just pressuring enough on the board to draw out Enli's removal, which we can see here. Enli has so much of right now. He has so many ways to deal with MadDoom's board.
I agree, and it's actually a very good strategy from MadDoom to staggered, and this is something that we've also seen earlier when he was piloting the Highlander Hunter. He's staggering his threats so that it's going to be very inefficient, if you will, for his opponent to clear some of his minions. So yeah, at that particular point, he was able to bait out Dark Skies. I think that was almost exactly it, like around 9 damage, give or take. But at least that's one less removal from Enli, and he is able to just
He's gonna do more.
Red
He's gonna
Battle.
go do the same thing, but with Edwin. He's just gonna try to stack it up.
oh
Again,
yeah,
force out another
definitely.
bit of removal.
For real, definitely.
All of the Edwin. Look at this. How big is Edwin at this point? 12? 14? I'm guessing 12.
Alright.
It looks like it's 12.
Brotherhood shall prevail.
Yep. Alright. He says, Enli, up to you, bro. And Enli still has it. Like, it's no question Enli has it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, this is definitely a twisting nether turn. There is no ifs and buts. Yeah, it has to be weird.
Yeah. I mean, I think Dark Rain could still work, but only after the Nether Wing. But nonetheless, he can save that for a rainy day. And MadDoom is more than happy to accept it. Like, he knows that there's more in Enli's hand, and he's just saying, just bring it, brother, bring it. And you got more.
Oh, all right. Here we go now.
Ref?
Here we go now.
Okay, so again, he's saying, what else you got? I can take more. What else you got? Clear Malagos
Exactly.
or else. And Enli, you can see Enli's face, the way he just moved his head like, oh, come on, one more. Really?
Exactly. So this is a very tricky spot for Enli to work with, especially because he knows for a fact that if Malagos lives, the potential of a double eviscerate hitting his face is just big.
It's ridiculous. Oh, there you go. That's what he needed. But
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing he wanted the other thing first before the Artificer. But I guess you take what you can here.
Will that be enough to clear it? Oh yeah, definitely. I think definitely that's going
Does that
to
stop
be
it? Oh no, it doesn't.
16.
It waits until the Artificer's out. All right.
Right.
Oh,
Oh wow.
survives.
Yeah.
Oh, but he got
Yeah.
it. Other way.
He got it. Yeah. Alright. I think right now what Enli is looking for would be a plot twist in order for him to reset his hand and possibly get DQA. Did he use both
in the
plot
shadows.
twists earlier?
I lost count. I lost count. He used one for sure. At least he used one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
I like-
I think he just lost.
I like what MadDoom is doing. MadDoom is just stacking up. Again, the way that Enli is playing here, despite it going into the late game, he's still enabling MadDoom to just get maximum value from Galakron. And I think Galakron now is fully invoked.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, and this is exactly. I mean, again, I can't stress this enough. MadDoom is doing an exceptional job staggering his threats so that it's not going to be cleared in one go, because he knows for a fact that while warlocks have immense board clearing potential, it runs out. It just runs out. And then, you know, of course, with Enli now opting to use Zephyrus, he's down to his last couple of removals. So
Yep, I think at this point he's oh nice, he's able to go through the untargetable via a minion battle cry. But yeah, essentially what the Zephyrus says is it telegraphs the MadDoom that he's short of one invoke.
yeah.
Essentially what's happening here is Enli is telegraphing to MadDoom, I'm running out, bro.
Give me a quest.
I wish I had more, but I'm running out.
For sure.
Well, he still has the rain. He still has the rain and the nether breath.
I mean, he can still clear small boards like this. But if MadDoom is able to stick one very big minion, he's gonna be in trouble. Yeah. And this is exactly what we talked about with the Alexstrasza nerf. I mean, if Alexstrasza wasn't nerfed, this is going to be a very swingy turn. But because of the nerf that had happened, oh man. Oh! Malygos. So it should be Malygos and Nether Breath? Or Malygos Rain of Fire?
It depends on how scared he is of the thing about the Malygos Rain is he could kill Malygos. He could kill his own Malygos. There's so many cards. Oh wait,
exactly.
No. 1 + 4. Oh,
It's one
yeah, it's
damage.
all characters. Yeah, he'll be hurting his own Malygos. He can use Nether Breath though on the Adventurer. So that's one thing, but again, Kronk is coming down, getting Shadow Step, so much value. That's what for sure MadDoom's thinking.
I think
It's
here
such-
the
it's-
play
Yeah.
I think here the play is just to wait out for MadDoom to put in more threats, because at this particular point it would be very hard for, I mean, Enli doesn't really have that much removal anymore in terms of, you know, like complete board state. So again,
Just to budget
he
it
needs
so well.
exactly. And he's also thinking that he just doesn't want to slam down Malygos because, again, he wants to have that. He's depending on the bursty damage because at this point, with MadDoom at 30 life, I don't think he has the ability to just bring him down immediately. Of course, I mean, there's always Alexstrasza, which brings the life total of MadDoom to 15, but that's still 15 life. I mean, that MadDoom is working with, and that's pretty big.
Yeah, and I think MadDoom here, he's just gonna end up keeping his board around and having that 5-4 be a threat. It's a reborn threat. But look at this. There's a second plot twist. So answer to our question now is he's only played one, and there's a second. And do you think this is a time? Does he need to shuffle this right now? Because his hand is pretty stacked with 0 costs, 1 costs, and...
I mean, it's really going to be. I think this is a good turn for Enli to somewhat go offensive. The thing about this is Enli only runs 1 Soulfire and 1 Twisting Nether, so that is, I mean, he's almost out of removals. That's crazy. So I think at this particular juncture, he needs to go offensive. I don't know, probably. I'm actually thinking of going Alexstrasza to the face just to be well within range. But I mean, the tricky about that is MadDoom can simply just slam Kronks and buff his
Gain it
own
back.
minion. Exactly.
Or yeah, buff his own minions also. That would be leaked out. I don't know, well, not yet. It would hurt. It would hurt a lot. And there you go, Alexstrasza, putting him down to 16 effective health. Now,
Yeah.
what's MadDoom's play? Can he do that twice? That'll be +4, +4. Not that would be a little too much.
Actually, he actually can, because that's going to be
That would be
reduced by 2, I
7.
think. Right?
Yeah. There you go.
So that's
So
plus
7 plus
So that's plus
7, no.
4.
5 plus 7. 5 plus 7. No, it's 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9, 16.
Mm.
16. Oh, he's not gonna do it. Not like that.
Yeah. Now MadDoom wisely opted for the 5 heal 5 deal 5
Yes.
because he knows that it is within range. Oh, that is a marvelous draw. Oh
Perfect.
my goodness, that is perfect.
Caladan
Oh man. Oh man. He could just
gets right
clear.
right in the way.
Oh, Jesus, that is good. Oh
Great.
man. Oh, now this is where Enli. Oh wow, that is a very big draw there.
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
MadDoom is in trouble. He can only
Oh,
make lackeys.
oh
And it's
my,
an
and
8-8
that
drop
one.
in air. No, how big is that? 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
seven,
4, 5,
seven.
7, 7.
Jesus Christ, that's
Oh,
it. Oh wow.
last game's best games, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 1-1 now, and Enli wins with his Quest Warlock. So that's it. Goodbye, Aranasi Brood Mother. Goodbye, Weird Bug. But no, jokes aside, he clears it out with the Quest Warlock, leaving him with his Rogue and his Highlander Hunter. Now, I think this is the time wherein MadDoom should really consider playing his Highlander Mage. Like, this is it. Like, this is where you swap, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this he needs to make sure that the mage gets a win. I mean, he's gonna feel for it, but again, it could be an option wherein I need to get my second win. I need to make sure that I win first rather than rolling the dice on the Highlander mage. But I agree with the matchups that you did mention about the statistics earlier. Highlander mage is favored against Galakron Rogue. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Highlander
Uh,
Mage against Galakron Rogue is about higher than 50, 53% favored. And then
right.
against even Highlander Hunter, that's where it kind of goes
False low.
down. It's again 30 something down. So it's a
All right.
coin flip, really. Right here, this is a coin flip. But
Yeah.
against, well, those are the only things you're thinking about now. But uh, against Warlock, what was it? Against Warlock, it was actually favored against Warlock. So really, maybe that's where MadDoom should have done it. But now, MadDoom's still sticking to his rogue. He's gonna leave the mage, his
Yeah.
proud concoction, for last.
Okay. Oh yeah. Again, the randomness. I mean, I actually somewhat agree with how MadDoom is handling this. He just needs to get to 2 wins and just hope for the best. I mean, as we've discussed earlier, Highlander Mage can get pretty high rolly if done right. So again, he just wants to get his second win probably. So yeah. Enli, on the other hand, opting to use the Highlander Hunter because, as you've mentioned, he somewhat probably predicted that the Mad Doom would go with the Galakron Rogue, and the Highlander Hunter is favored against Galakron Rogue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and in this case, again, Enli is running a hunter list
Hove in the
that
shadows.
is slightly more controlling. Like it's pretty defensive when it comes down to it. But against MadDoom, like I'm pretty sure he's seen some tendencies. Wherein MadDoom, I saw what MadDoom was doing earlier. He was trying to bait out what removal Enli has. But I think it's different in this case because Hunter doesn't have as many answers as Warlock. Warlock just really stuck in there. I think, and again, the Keledan, perfect draw Keledan.
Oh yeah, that definitely turned the tide. That was just insane. I mean, looking at it, Enli was pretty much dead in the water there, because he was able to use a lot. I mean, I think that was his last removal. Ideally, he doesn't have twisting nethers anymore. He only runs one twisting nether, and I mean that's a very big one. So I mean, the Keldon right there, that was that was the MVP right there.
I mean, that
Alright,
was the
now-
last nail in the coffin that caused MadDoom to just run out, right? MadDoom just literally ran out of cards, and that was scary. Like, Lucky's not gonna pull you through. Not so much, but yeah,
Oh,
back to the action.
So definitely here, so again, with Enli's list right now, he is able to curve very, very well. He has a lot. He has turn 2 play, turn 3, turn 4, potentially turn 5 even with the Storm Rider and Hero Power. It's just insane. Like, this is the strength of Highlander Hunter right here. But of course, with MadDoom's hand, it is clunky because he doesn't have a good play. That's just a Hero Power and pass.
And because his hand is so stacked, oh no, I feel for MadDoom here. I'm worried
Exactly.
because Enli's able to just now go on the beatdown himself. And again, this is what we're looking for. Something that we always call out for the turn 7 curve.
Oh yeah.
Ran is here.
It is.
Oh,
Actually,
wait,
MadDoom was
Arson.
able to get lucky there.
Yeah, no, but look, button, it could hit the shield.
Oh my! Yeah,
Could hit
exactly.
the shield.
It could.
Fiddy
it
fiddy though,
could.
fiddy fiddy. Let's see.
Okay. But the good thing about this is, even if he did it, I mean, he could still clear Galakron with Rider and
here we go.
trading.
Oh.
Trading.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh,
It went face. It
missed
went
it.
face. Oh,
Right.
missed it by
Yeah.
that much. Ugh.
Yeah. He could still clear it though. He'd have to bump in. He'd have to
The
bump
Bane,
in
yeah.
his Dragon Bane and just do a Scale Rider. Yeah, deal 2 damage. Scale Rider. Then. So again, this is exactly the strength of the Highlander Hunter, because if the Highlander has enough board presence, they don't necessarily have to put in threats, and he can they can stagger their threats as well. So I mean, right now this is very clunky for MadDoom. He doesn't have good activators. He has to play exactly this as a tempo just to trigger Miscreant, and then yeah. Oh man, that turn 7 is looking really spicy now. Jesus.
Yep. And the fact that Zephyrus is here and that sure MadDoom able to get somewhat of a board presence, it just that the quality of cards he has in his hand, it's not up to par. It's not what's needed to answer what Enli is bringing. Now he's taking the Varanus. He can put face into one of these and then bring the Locust into the other, and then just keep swinging. And he can just keep swinging for the fences.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Enli
Find
knows
the fences,
has
swing for him.
exactly. Because he while most people would actually question why he needs to put down Varanus there with Blockbuster minions. Again, you're right on point. He used Varanus there as a defense tempo. Oh wow!
But
Oh,
hold
wow.
up, look at this. It's the bad
Oh,
guy
wow.
himself. The bad guy comes down, saves the day. 7-8
But
here.
then-
Yeah, he's gonna need Zephyrus to answer this. And then I'm guessing the pull for Zixor is gonna be good too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that shuts down our Dino Tamer dreams.
Yeah.
Your wishes, boss.
Well, Enli's Dino Tamer dreams.
At least for this turn, because he'll be able to definitely clear that, and cleanly at that.
I got the beast in my sight.
Because if there are no taunts next turn, that's gonna be game.
Well, let's see.
Quickly.
Yeah, you're right. He's gonna play off the top here. He is gonna have to see if he can pull any sort of taunt. Oh, that's it. I think MadDoom knows. The young man is aware. Unless a nice spell can pull it.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be enough.
Nope. It's all on the play. He can only answer on the play.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably looking to get a Titanic Lackey for the taunt, but not really much here. Yeah.
There
So,
you go.
wow.
Enli takes game number 3. Now putting this at match point. Now that leaves Enli with which deck?
The
His
Galakron.
Galakron, yeah, his Galakron Stealth Rogue. Okay, Galakron Stealth Rogue versus Highlander Mage, or it could be a
The
mirror. I don't
Galakron.
know.
Yeah.
I think it's at this point wherein MadDoom really needs to say, I'm gonna put my foot down. I'm now gonna
Mhm.
bring out my concoction because it's the only time I could do it. Right? Because we could not see it,
Yeah.
Arson. We could end up not seeing it.
Right. Exactly. And to be fair, and I mean, interesting enough, I remember the Galakron Rogue that Enli brought runs secret. So it's as you've seen earlier, that was the first deck that he used. It was rather clunky because it's not putting enough minion pressure on the board, but rather concentrating on the concentrating about spells, more about spells like the different secrets or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So again, as much as possible, Enli is not really in the clear yet because what we saw earlier, that was a two that's a comeback earlier with waning moon ahead from like up to one, and then Patrick getting the last two games. So again, hopefully this is something that Enli can just bring home, and our wish came true. This is going to be
There you
a
go.
Highlander mage.
There
There
you
we go.
go. You know what, Arson? It's less of a wish. It's more of just the right thing to do because essentially what MadDoom is going through is insanity, man. He's going
Yeah.
through the same action with the same result and he's not changing it. So if for him to expect change, he has to switch it up. Now, the switch up, we'll see if it pays off. Again, Enli now going back into his secret slash stealth slash Galakron rogue list. Um, this hand is looking okay, especially against Highlander Mage. He does know that it's Highlander Mage, or at least knowing it's Mage should keep dirty tricks in your hand. There you go.
Yeah, definitely because of the spells. But it is still rather clunky because what Enli wants to do here is to establish enough board presence early on because he knows for a fact that MadDoom will be passing, give or take, the first 4 turns, 5 turns even, with the exception, of course, drawing with Arcane Intellect. So he really needs to make sure that Enli needs to make sure that he puts up enough board presence. But again, because he is running a secret variant, it is very, very clunky, and it's not going to have much minions early on.
Mm-hmm. And so
Give me a
far,
quest.
looking at MadDoom's hand, it's not armed to face a beatdown. Like, oh, especially this. Oh, it happened again. It's the biggest questing adventure we've seen. Like today, what was the record? Something like 10?
Yeah.
And it can
10,
grow
11.
bigger! It can
Oh,
grow
Jesus. That's
bigger.
it.
Well, no, he's
Yeah.
got a blackjack. It won't do much.
Yeah. He can actually do a blackjack and do some shadow steps or whatnot because he knows
No.
that uh, it's going to be tricky in a way.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
and you know that he also knows that MadDoom has the coin and the potential for the Doomsayer and Frost Nova is real. So he may need to, like probably just do a hero power here, which is really, really sad. But again, if Enli goes all in here, shadow stepping the blackjack card, he is going to be susceptible for that clear, and he's gonna be all dried out because the remaining cards would be
Oh, he's doing it.
Shield of
He's doing it.
Galakron, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
but
just
here's the thing.
like hoping.
Yeah, he's putting it all out there. This is a gambit. It's a Hail Mary. It's an alpha strike. So here's what he's thinking. I'm guessing he's saying, I'm pretty sure he knows the range of what kind of wipes MadDoom may have access to. at this point, and this is one of them right here. Like a point and click removal at 8 plus. I mean, you're clearing the board as much, and he had to use the coin. So now, Enli says, at least I did not waste as much as I could have, and at least now I'm getting a few invokes along the way. He has another shield in hand incoming, and just the same, he has a lackey plus a Togwaggle for turn 7. So he's doing all right.
Oh, yeah.
Able to force MadDoom to use the coin. That's all right by me, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I think what made that play great for Enli was him drawing the second shield of Galakron. Because if he did not draw that, he would not have enough buffs, or if you will, a couple of buffs, because his hand was going dry pretty fast. And with the second Shield of Galakron, not only is it putting more threats on the board, he's also generating one, and it also helps out in terms of upgrading Galakron for him.
Yep. And again, nice way to go here. Double shield forces another wipe from MadDoom, and Mage compared to Warlock, it's just so weird the way that they go about it, right? Like the difference in the way that they clear the board. For Warlock, it's like breathing, you know, it feels like nothing. But for Mage, at some point it's gonna run out, you know, and you have to play around with Frost Nova. You need to freeze things to be able to, you know, step by step get those wipes. And right now I can only see MadDoom with possibly 2 more, maybe 3 with the box.
Yeah, but this is actually a very good. That's actually, oh wow, the Reno is just a perfect answer right there. Yeah,
Perfect 10 to strike.
exactly.
Wait, 9.
And this is actually
how
where
many pins in
MadDoom.
bowling?
I think give or take like 9, 10. I don't know. Kind of forgot. But I think this is where MadDoom this is where MadDoom's deck would shine towards the 7th up to the end game, because now that he was able to stave off some early aggression with Enli not having enough board or not having board at all, I mean, this is his way of, you know, like the boxes would come down. You have Siamat, you have Tortolian Pilgrim, you have Power of Creation. That is where these are the power turns for the mage. So again, I agree. This could be where it gets tricky, because the trick, in order for you to really beat a Highlander mage, is for you to put enough pressure for them to be at the defensive. Because once they start acting proactively towards the end, oh man, their big bombs would be will be very hard to handle.
You're right. I think the swing just happened, because looking at Enli's hand, the quality of cards in his hand, they essentially... Oh. Hold up. No, the positioning is wrong. Would have been great if somehow Siamat was in the middle. But nonetheless, I was about to say that the quality of cards in Enli's hand, they require maybe a step or 2 until they do what they need to do. You know what I mean? Like, MadDoom's hand, he just plays it, and they do what they want him to. Enli, he has to, you know, draw into them, he has to set things up, and it's at the point where his Galakron is ready to go. Like, his Galakron, I believe, is, hopefully I'm not wrong this time, is fully invoked. Maybe one more with the praise, but as it is, he missed out on the rush. I think he was looking for the rush lackey.
Oh yeah, definitely. For him to be able to cleanly clear everything, every minion from MadDoom's side. So yeah. Oh wow. Wow. This is Power of Creation. Oh wow. Jesus Christ.
Whoops.
That's the type of
Mistakes were
tempo that tempo turn that I'm mentioning earlier, exactly these power turns from the mages, like the Highlander mage. This is just crazy. And now Enli is at 15 hit points, 15 life, and I don't think he would have enough to clear
Yeah. Boy.
Mad
Yeah.
Doom's board.
6-5. I mean, he can get rid of one. Not sure about
Mhm.
two. Although, Galakrond here will give him the 5-2 claw, right?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. I think he's fully invoked Galakron here. But yeah, this is looking rather dire. Um, but let's see. The
Oh,
spell choices.
I think
Oh,
he's, I think
okay.
he's got it.
Oh yeah, I
Oddly
think
enough,
he does.
Enli has this. Again, the fact that he has so many little minions, just little itsy bitsy minions, it's working out.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
this questing adventure is huge.
now he needs to get a copy of. Oh wow, that's.
There it is. There it is.
Wow.
Oh, he goes, yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
wow.
But he's roping, man.
Yeah.
Your man's roping. Your man's roping. Oh, he got it. Woo, he's got it.
Oh wow! Now the pressure is back on MadDoom. That
He
is
misses one, though.
15.
Does he miss? I'm not sure if he missed one.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. But again, something there could have been more optimal, given the fact that, yeah, definitely an oops, because he could have done so much more. And I think this is going to be lethal. Or at least not lethal, more just he could have done much better. I'll just say that. He could have done much better.
Yeah.
At
He's
6
actually
health, though,
looking
that's
at
so
top.
dangerous.
It is. And facing against a mage, oh wow, it's just crazy. I think what MadDoom is looking at right now is a potential Conjurer's Calling for him to get yeah, like value minions just like that. Oh wow. Oh man. Um is it Galakron? Or is it does he have a secret on hand for the Hanar? He doesn't. Enli doesn't. Oh man. Uh okay. So a play that I'm looking at here um would definitely be
Home in the shadows.
um so what is he going for here?
I do believe that, yes, this is one thing. He has to consider the extra life. He needs to be at 10 effective health and then think from there.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. But I mean it's gonna be difficult. He doesn't
Okay.
really have yeah. I think this is game. This is MadDoom's gonna
wow,
take it. You're right.
last series, best series.
I know exactly. Oh, and the thing is, he did draw a couple of those secrets. It's just that could
Hold up.
have been.
Oh no, Hobo Blackie came a little late. This is 16 to
Yeah.
the face. Yep, Enli knows what happened.
Yeah.
Enli knows what's up. MadDoom's just
Yeah.
woo, puts his head down
wow.
in relief. Heavy sigh I can
Yeah.
hear without the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be game number 5. This slot
Oh.
in the playoffs is super scarce, Arson. There's no way either player is gonna lay down and take it. And what I tell you, man, Highlander Mage.
Oh yeah, represent. I mean, for sure. I mean, exactly. And you were right. I mean, the mage has some very positive, right? Like positive win rate against the rogue, and that's the
Mhm.
beauty of the mage. Once it gets to turn 7 onwards and it's still alive, I mean, they would literally just snowball. Very similar to the druids. And
Yep.
again, with that's the he wasn't while he was able to put in threats early on. I really think that bringing in the secret variant hurt him because he's not able to put enough minion presence on the board. But then again, that's all water under the bridge. We are at the last game of the the semifinals, or quarterfinals rather. So it's gonna be a pseudo mirror, like Galakron Rogue. One is a hybrid. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's go.
Dude, how crazy is this? The most, well, possibly, yeah, the rising star of the meta, only second maybe to Quest Warlock. Galakron Rogue now is going to decide the slot in the playoffs, man. MadDoom and Enli going at it. It's a mirror, but both decks are unique enough. And if anything, I like what MadDoom is bringing to the table here. He has the propensity to just go off with his own questing adventurer, but he's lacking those little pieces. He needs those little 0-drops, 1-drops.
Yeah, but that Gray Heart Surge is huge. Just being able to use the effect. I mean, that's 2 additional resources, and that would definitely help him develop the questing adventurer more, as you said. If he gets to draw those low-cost spells and minions even for that. So again, not really much of a play here. It could be a lackey, but I guess Enli's just gonna go for a hero power here, just to clear the Sage, and that he does. And I mean, right now he doesn't have any board presence, and MadDoom can just go ham here and just, oh wow, the Miscreant. That phrase Galakron is just wow. MadDoom is curving really, really well right now. It's just
MadDoom again. We were looking for this, right? I said earlier, like, he just needs those little, 1-drops to enable the questing adventurer, and it's not like he's hungry for quality, because he does have the Togwaggle on deck ready to go on turn 6 or turn 7. Now it's Enli who really has to make ends meet with this hand he has. It's a good, I don't know, dude. It's a good, I'd like to say, variety, a diverse set of cards that kind of play in different ways. But between having a Galakron locked in and a Togwaggle online, like, I'd rather have a Togwaggle. It's just the truth right here. Despite having, 2 or 3 ways to invoke it, right? I'd rather have the Togwaggle.
I agree. I mean, again, Enli is trying. I mean, to be fair, Enli is. Oh wow, that is a very good upgrade. The Lackey Totem, Jesus, that is awesome. But I don't know. That's the thing. I mean, if Enli can put up enough board presence here, of course, the secrets would definitely come in handy later on. But yeah, I'm not sure if Enli's trying to play something out. I think he ran out of time. But oh man, MadDoom is just going crazy right now.
Yeah. And he hasn't even, he hasn't even dropped the Skyvateer. Like, I'm thinking that the Skyvateer can do so much, especially with this Spy Mistress. But he went straight for the Adventurer. He's built it up a 5/5. Enli's looking for an answer. I think it's his turn. He wants to build something as well. He's gonna go for the Edwin.
Oh yeah. Oh, that could definitely. Let's see if Enli high rolls. Oh, he just missed those lackeys.
He missed the lackeys, dude. So it's gonna be a Togwaggle turn, I think.
It is, most definitely. But this is actually the only play that Enli can do here.
No,
is just
no! MadDoom's gonna go for the throat! MadDoom's gonna go for the throat!
Oh! Oh, no. Wow!
Okay, you know what? The lesser player in me was like, he could have gotten the Eviscerate, went double, and punched the face with. No, but that would be too much. That would have been a little too crazy.
But this is just, I mean, he's just way ahead now. This is going to be very, very difficult. And, I mean, that's just the thing. Enli's just working with the deck that he has. Because I really do feel that the decks that he brought, it was pretty awesome, and I really did feel that this was the the less I don't know, compared to the other decks that he brought, this is definitely, I think, the one of the weaker ones. It's still fairly strong, and again, I'm pretty sure that these players have put in time and effort in terms of testing these out. But I really did feel that going for the hybrid with the secrets is not really the best way to go at it, because again, right now, minion presence, you have to make sure that you have enough minions on the board to do some contests.
Yeah,
but
and I
he's
think-
doing the best that he can.
Yeah, the way it feels like is, despite MadDoom's board being very, how do you say, concentrated on one big unit, it still feels like it's Enli who's trying to play catch up here.
Home in
Exactly.
the shadows.
I mean, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Huge, if you will, huge. I'm
Oh,
feeling it,
yeah.
man. This might just be it.
Yeah, that's just a flick. He could even use a flick.
Nah,
And
you
yeah.
doing the math? I think it is. I think this might be it, man.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
counting. This might be it.
Well
I
played.
think
yeah.
MadDoom is going to be
This is
moving on to the finals. Let's see.
Well
Playoffs. Well
Oh,
played, says
wow.
Enli.
Well
He has
played.
so many pillows. He has so many pillows,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. But the one thing he doesn't have is the slot in the playoffs. Congratulations to MadDoom. Enli fought his heart out. And despite everything, it's MadDoom who's going to be moving up. So